Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a year in review. I'm going to be telling you about the amount of points that I've used via credit card points and miles on my stays, whether that was personal or family vacations, and I'm going to tell you how many dollars that I've saved. So points spent, dollars saved, so that you can get a comparison on how much you should be getting out of your credit card points and miles. I hope you stay tuned. And in the following year, I'm going to be doing many more trips, so I hope you stay tuned for those videos as well. But as always, please share with those friends and family that have credit card points and miles and not sure how to spend it. I'll tell you how I've spent my points in 2025 for this year in review. So to get started, I'm going to be telling you how I spent my points and miles. I'm going to be telling you roughly a little bit about the trip, and I'm going to be telling you how many points or miles, or even sometimes like the taxes and fees associated with those bookings, so you can kind of get a gauge on that. So for to start with, we have a trip that I did in February. It was just one night. It was at a Hyatt Place near Busch Gardens in Florida. That was 9,500 points. We also have March 15th. I stayed at a Hyatt House near the Tampa airport. That was 15,000 points. Also, around that same time, I did book four individual round trip tickets, and that cost 44,000 points, as well as $29.87 in fees. I also booked 2 nights. It was at a hiatus Clearwater. That was 150,000 reward points. In May 3rd, I booked a room at the Hyatt House on iDrive in Orlando, which was 8,000 points. In June, I booked a Southwest Airlines flight that was 23,409 points with $5.60 as the taxes and fees. I also spent on the 25th of June, I did American Airlines flight that was 18,500 points. That was also included with $5.60 of taxes and fees. In August, I did 3 rooms at High House iDrive in Orlando. That cost 16,750 points, along with $111 of fees also for one of the rooms to book with, and with the like a points cash situation for that one of those rooms. And in October, I used some American Airlines miles to not one 19,000 American Airlines miles plus $9 in taxes and fees for that flight. And then in December, I did book a stay at a Hyatt Place, Lake Buena Vista, and that one was 6,500 points. So all in all, I did book quite a few trips this year using points and miles. I spent, and out of all of the rewards points I have, 310,659 points, along with those taxes, fees, points, cash rooms. I did $166.67. So if you were just to gauge if I was to base 1 point as 1 cent, just the bare minimum, this amount of bookings should have cost me $3,273.26. Now I'm going to tell you if I was just to book those rooms as their rates that were on the website at the time that I booked those rooms or flights with points and fees, you'll see the amount of savings of being able to use those reward points to the best of your ability. So we're going to start now with the savings. So the savings to start with in February, that was $273.53. In March, the first hotel for $439.87. The flights $1,642.05. The hotel for the 2 stays on March 20th was $1,268.78. In May, that saved me $258.75. In June, that saved me $363.40. And another trip in June saved me $263.40. My trip in August, those 3 rooms, that saved me $507.75. In October, that saved me $349.96. And then my most recent stay in December saved me $128.25. So if you were to tally all of the amount of savings that I did for those rooms at the time, that would be $5,495.74. Now, if you were to take the amount that I spent with points and the amount that I saved, I would have actually gotten roughly a savings of 40%, which is great. I think that that is a goal for me in my rewards travel, trying to save about 50% when it comes to these points and miles. Now, that's not always going to be the case. Some programs are a little bit more savings, some programs are a little bit less savings. So I hope that when you do your trips, think about whether you should book your next trip with your points and miles, or if you were just to book the rooms with cash. I did do other stays that I paid cash for, so and this was not part of that. But all in all, I think 40% for me in 2025 was good. And I do hope that in 2026, I see some success in that. But thank you for staying to the end of this video, and I'll see you in the next one.